Okay, we are back. So, I have set the settings as well as I can, and I reset my phone. So, we'll see if that works. Right? Turn it off and turn it back on. That's what Daddy Pig and Peppa Pig always recommends that people do. So, hopefully, now that we've cleared up some space and, you know, reset the phone, you know what they say about exercising, right? You get stronger by tearing a little muscle right there. So, oh, thank God, Arrow, welcome. All right, the chat is working. All right, we have finally uh, got things going the way that they're supposed to go. Right, so I guess Rogue Drums. All right, there we go. We're all here. Fantastic. So I am now able to interact with my lovable viewers. So yes, I did follow Rogue Drum's advice and reset the phone, and that seems to have done the trick. So now that we're all here, we can finally get down to business as usual. You know, the ridiculous thing. Yes, Diego, welcome. All right, the gang's all here. All right, yeah, good. So yeah, I followed Rogue Drum's advice. I reset the phone, and I made sure that I just kind of cleared out all that memory, and tried to fix my old files, get those old files deleted. So yeah, damn androids, take that, artificial life forms. Like they will rise up eventually and replace us, but not this evening, not while I'm on YouTube. So anyway, but I'm sure you're talking about the telephones, which are giving us problems with seeing our comments right now. But we're all here, so that's good. So why don't we just hit the reset button like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Chapter 6? And that's a spoiler, by the way. So, uh, but the manga's been out for over a decade, so But hopefully it'll get animated soon. So Nick Darling, all right, we're all here. You can all see each other. This is very good. So yeah, so hopefully JoJo season 6 will come out. Yes. So fun fact. So Rogue Drums actually is a student at the school that I teach at. He's an upperclassman on the verge of graduating. And so he basically contacted me through my teacher email. And so we've been doing a little bit of troubleshooting. And it looks like the easiest thing to do of turning off and turning back on the device fix the problem. So cool. So guys, so I bought a car today, so that was fun. So I went to the dealership, and the fun thing about one of the reasons I bought the car, in full disclosure, was so I went in there wearing my Yo MTV Raps hat, and I could tell that the dealer really was paying attention, because when I test drove the car, he set the radio station to a rap station that played a lot of early 90s rap music. Right off the bat, I could tell that, this was a guy who cared about his customers. And if he cared that much about my musical tastes, then he must care about my automobile quality. So that, and also literally the bottom of my car is just rusted to ridiculousness. I mean, I'm afraid my son's going to cut himself on my car, or I'm going to be taking him out of the car to go to like Footies Freeze and sever an artery on the bottom of my jagged Buick. So anyway, but it's good. It's good that we're all here. It's good that I can actually see your comments now. So we had a little bit of trial and error, and the third time, in fact, was a charm. Hopefully you guys all had an awesome weekend. Nick, it's good to see you. Check out the wrestling N64 stream that we did a while back. It was our second to last stream, so I think we did that on Friday. So that was a good time that was had by all. Hopefully you're enjoying Lee Carvello's putting challenge. I've seen reactions of the beastly love scene of yes. PewDiePie had a funny reaction to that. To answer your question, the 4th of July went very good for me. Very fun. Had food and fireworks with your lady friend. That's nice. Very, very good. Cool, cool, cool. I didn't really see much in the way of fireworks because, they were all kind of like, I'm surrounded by trees pretty much. So, I was watching, ooh, yeah, cool. Love some N64 wrestling. Yes, yes. And yeah, you'll like that. And you were in a situation where you could see the fireworks, so that is super cool. Nice. Well done. I saw a little bit of fireworks actually reflected in neighbors' windows because I was, stalking them. I was like lurking in the bushes, and then like saw the fireworks reflected in, and it was great. So I wasn't really lurking in my neighbor's bushes. I was foraging for food. Renee and I had a fight, and I had to do something for dinner. Yeah. We did them over there at night ourselves. Also had sprinklers. Cool, cool, cool. Actually, our neighbors, no fireworks in San Diego. Ah, well, that's okay though. You can still barbecue, so that's good. I actually had a pretty cool 4th of July. My stepdad made hot dogs. My mom made hamburgers that couldn't actually sustain their substance on the grill, so that was kind of a thing. Syracuse on the way home was crazy. A dozen of people shooting them off. So, all right, good deal. So, well done, Syracuse. Way to I have a really funny story, and I'm not gonna like name anyone's name here. So actually, when I was single, me and my best friend Pat actually had double dates set up. So we were, it's I guess, so it'd be like it would be a double date, right? So like me and my girl and him and his girl, so it'd be a double date. I was gonna say, like, would it be like a quadruple date because 4 people are involved, but like it was a double date. Anyway, so I guess a quadruple date would be 4 couples. Anyway, so the girl that I had, I didn't know this, was actually afraid of fireworks, so she didn't show up. It sounds like she was like, it sounds like an excuse, but it's real. So the girl I had asked was afraid of fireworks, and the girl that he had asked had fallen off a horse. Like, we had like no dates. We basically watched the fireworks together, and then we went to Bricks afterward and drowned our sorrows in pizza and reasonably priced beverages. So it was actually really fun. But yeah, so fireworks phobia and horse-related injuries kind of ruined our St. Anthony's festival plans. But then I got married shortly after, so that's good. And the girl I'm with now is not afraid of fireworks, and if you are afraid of fireworks, it's not a problem. So to all the dogs out there, right on, man. I feel your pain. Anyway, so let's actually get down to playing some shooters. I'm rambling incoherently, possibly offending people, maybe entertaining people. I don't know. We'll get down to playing some of the PCengine mini. Thank you, Diego. Before we do that, let me show you guys something cool. We will play some of this tonight. This is a custom cartridge that I got today. It is Star Ocean, and if you have not played Star Ocean on the Famicom, or not Famicom, you played on the Super Famicom. For us, we want to get the English translation, which was done in 2003 by a group called DJAP. Yes, I'm happy to. We can all talk together. Yes. So this is the English translation of Star Ocean. This game came out in like 96 on the Super Famicom. This is obviously a Super Nintendo cartridge. I ordered a pink cartridge because I just thought it looked cool. And it plays beautifully. This is an RPG on the Super Nintendo Super Famicom that actually had voice acting in it. So this really, really pushed the systems to its limits. Beautiful giant 2D sprites. And a really interesting, innovative battle system. So we're going to play some of that tonight. So, yes. See 'em. Wow. See comments. Okay. Cool. All right. So let's start this from scratch. I got my coffee, got my crew. Let's get some gaming done here. And this is actually the other pair of glasses I ordered off of Zenny. So the black nerd aviators, very nice. So, all right, we're gonna set up our camera like so. I wonder if we'll I don't even know if I'm going to actually keep those failed takes up on YouTube. So, all right, so let's try to position our camera like so. There we go. And so let's actually, we're going to quit Rondo of Blood right now. We'll go back to playing Sapphire. And we'll just hit the total freaking reset button, and we're gonna do this from scratch. I was gonna say something about the glasses, and yeah, you should delete them. Yes, we'll delete them. This is Snatcher in Japanese. Snatcher, if you don't know, is on Sega CD in America. So the Sega Genesis was the third biggest console in Japan, in a race between the Super Famicom, the PCengine, and the Genesis, the Mega Drive. Now, they all sold reasonably well, but Genesis was the bronze medalist there. And it's because Snatcher was on the PCengine in Japan. It did not get a Sega CD release, but in the United States, the Sega Genesis was much more popular than the TurboGrafx PCengine, so it got its own Sega CD version of Snatcher. So Japan got the PCengine CD Snatcher, and America got the Sega CD Snatcher, but those were exclusive to each other's regions here. So, sorry, it was actually gonna cut to Ghouls and Ghosts, I think. So, all right, where's Sapphire here? This game looks cool. I've never played it. Serai Senshi Spriggan. We could also play JJ and Jeff. Like, this also, like, if you actually look in the bottom corner there, right there, we can actually switch this to TurboGrafx. We did play Splatterhouse on the screen, Super Darius, PCengine. He was known as Bonk in the United States. So, Dragon Spirit is a difficult but pretty game. Galaga 88 we should play. The Kung Fu, and here is this game that is just so insanely expensive here. So the Super Pro CD-ROM coupled with the PCengine CD will give you the awesomeness of this polygonal, vertical shooting anime CD-ROM epic. Good stuff. This was a game on the TurboGrafx PCengine CD that could hang with the Sega Saturn and the Sony PlayStation. So good stuff. And again, guys, the Sega CD, not Sega CD, the PCengine CD, excuse me, I misspoke. Very well known for its anime openings and music. So basically, the premise of this game is, and if you were watching during the failed take, you are a futuristic police officer. You got 4 cool anime girls, and you're fighting terrorists in the future that apparently are poaching T-Rexes. I don't know. And this game, again, quite rare, and really makes the PCengine Mini worth its weight in gold here. Now, I was talking to our buddy Jim, the PlayStation Mini Magic Man, and he was saying that he could actually include PCengine Mini games, not PCengine Mini, just regular PCengine games on a PlayStation Mini, but I don't know if I really want to do that, because I really want my PlayStation Mini to be a PlayStation Mini and not just kind of a Raspberry Pi. Not that there's anything wrong with Raspberry Pi. Both the emulator box or the actual food. Alright. So, we're going to go into this cyberpunk world and blow some ish up. Gonna make some blimps go down. Oh, the humanity. Get some power-ups here. Some player haters can get away, because my lead will spray. Gonna squeeze off until I'm empty. Don't tempt me. Only to heck I send thee, all about the Benjis. What? Yeah, there you go. It's all about the Benjamins. And in fact, it's really more all about the mid-90s shmup right here. Ooh. I love... This game looks really nice on the 4K television, but I gotta tell you, I mean, I like the pixel-perfect graphics, but I think all these mini consoles look better on the Gateway monitor, the Gateway CRT. But this is, I think, a bit better for the streaming convenience. It's all good in the hood, though. So, I actually really do like the pixelated versions of the sprites. But when you're playing these kind of games on a CRT, things are just blended together a bit better. But it's really more of an aesthetic preference. They're great both ways. The music in this game is just fantastic. That, however, was not fantastic. Give me my power-up. You freaking weird DNA thing. Alright. Let's pause for a second, see the comments. I went to Zenny today, and I'm wondering, where do you put in your size and prescription? If memory serves me correctly, when you actually order the glasses, there's a place where you can put in your prescription. Your size, the glasses already come in a pre-done size, so you'll just have to look for the frames that you like. I could maybe do a YouTube video about how to order off of Zenny. I don't know. Get some Expert Village DIY style videos going here. So Diego, you might appreciate this. I actually found a B's Bad Communication music video broadcast off of Japanese MTV. Arrow, you'll appreciate it too. You're into this kind of stuff. On YouTube. And I'm thinking I might actually upload my own version of it. If you want to see, I'll link the original that I had found in any YouTube video that I upload. If you actually go to my YouTube channel and look in liked videos, it should be there as well. But Bad Communication's a great Bees song, and it's cool to see it broadcast on Japanese MTV. Yeah. Alright, well, good to know. I should also do a video on how to shave your head. How to order glasses online and shave your head. We'll do like a DIY section of the YouTube channel. If you guys ever watch Wavy Websurf's YouTube channel, he does a lot of videos about the internet in the early 2000s. It's very fun, and he has videos about Expert Village, which was this really bad DIY site that had people that had no idea what they were talking about, trying to give advice. So it was really fun. Like, I remember, like, I actually tried to do some exercises through some Expert Village videos, and the lady doing them really clearly did not have proper form. Twist that lower back. Arch your neck. Your like videos don't show up. I think they're private. Oh, interesting. I actually didn't know that. Well, then I'll have to upload my own version of that. I guess that would make sense to make your liked videos private. So there's 5 levels in this game. And you pretty much just go from urban to rural settings. What do you guys think about Kanye's announcement? His presidential bid. I don't want to get too political, but I mean, I think it's hilarious, and I'm not a big fan of either candidate. I would legit vote for Kanye. I should also legit dodge that fire-breathing dragon. Look at these polygons here. This is, I mean, TurboGrafx is a 16-bit system. No, like, there's people that were like, oh, TurboGrafx is the most powerful 8-bit system ever. It's like, no, I mean, it's got 2 8-bit processors. It's a 16-bit system. 8 plus 8 is 16. I mean, I might not be good at math, but I know that much. I'm down with Kanye. Jokes about him. Hang on. Jokes about him doing it a while ago were commonplace, so it shouldn't be too surprising. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for people who think outside the box. And I mean, and he does, man. He doesn't let people tell you. He doesn't let people kind of dictate how he should think to him. And I actually think he's got a lot of good points. You know, he doesn't want people to have a passive, you know, kind of victim mentality. He wants people to take charge of their own lives. And I think that's a right way to go about things. I mean, I think he's eccentric as all hell. Very, very talented artist. I actually remember buying both of his CDs at a store called Area 51 in Cortland, college dropout and late registration. And so what I would do is I'd go to that old store and I would buy old comic books and CDs and random VHS tapes. So I actually got some Kanye West CDs. I got the Zillion VHS tapes. I got some cool comics from the 80s, like Dazzler. And then I'd actually go home, read them. I'd have the OC on. And I'd just read my 80s comics. And I also got some comics from the Onslaught saga as well. Which is a great story in Marvel Comics. The only downside to that is Wolverine. Wolverine looked really weird in that storyline. He had like a Hulk Hogan bandana and was part dog. I'm not lying. This is very true. Gotta get in between these disco balls here. Oop. There's a great Columbo on Sunday. It actually had Kim Cattrall and Man-Eating Dobermans. Good stuff. And then I was watching Matlock today with Bryan Cranston. That was also awesome. This guy's rough and tumble here. Power up. Power up. I think we got him. No, we don't. He's transforming. Man, my super moves aren't enough. Well, actually, they kind of are. I think that's his final form there. Man, the music in this game. All the music in these PCengine games are just ridiculous. They're just like, I mean, they're just like anime songs. We got them. Let's get our power up. Actually, I don't know if that guy is even running this year. Similar to what Vermin Supreme did. Yeah, I know he hasn't filled out any paperwork. Is Kanye actually running for president? He is. There's also rumors that he's just doing this to sell an album, and then he might do a serious run in 2024. So it's completely possible. He's friends with Trump, and it's also possible that he's doing something from Trump's playbook where, he was a celebrity, and Trump's a celebrity and a self-promoter, and Kanye's a celebrity and a self-promoter. And, Trump, kind of floated out the possibility of his presidential run, a term, an election cycle, and a presidential election cycle before he decided to run. So it's possible that, Trump maybe gave Kanye some advice on how to do this. I just don't like the fact that, I don't like it when one group tells another person how to think, So it's like, I'm obviously not African American, but I don't like it when, you'll get these cable news, African American talking heads, trying to say, like, oh, Kanye's not really black because he doesn't agree with me. Like, that is the most, I think that's racist thinking, or it's definitely prejudicial thinking, and it's hypocritical, too, It's like all these people want, like, freedom of thought and things like that, and then call people who disagree with them authoritarians, but it's like, disagree with me or you're gonna be punished. I mean, that's, like, really poor thinking. But if I did vote for Kanye, I mean, it would just be something done out of protest, because I'm just not that big a fan of either party, personally. I mean, again, my economic politics are socialist, but my social politics are more conservative. So, I mean, I don't really have anyone that I like, personally. I mean, if someone told me it's like you had to vote for one or the other, this go-around I would probably vote Republican, but, to each their own, for sure. I know I talk a lot about politics on these streams, and it's not designed to, alienate anyone. I'm just, speaking about some interesting topics. It's definitely an election year. People probably said the same thing about Trump being president. Yep, they absolutely did. Probably even Ronald Reagan at the time. Reagan was a governor, though, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, but it's Kanye. What? I don't care, man. I like Kanye. I mean, to each their own. But I'm down with Kanye. Trump was a governor, and not Trump. Sorry, Reagan was a governor. Trump borrows a ton of moves from Reagan's playbook, though. Make America Great Again was actually Ronald Reagan's campaign slogan. So there's that, and there's also the celebrity running for president aspect of things. I was a little kid when Reagan was president. I do have memories of Reagan being president. I liked Reagan when I was young. As I got older, I learned to really, really strongly disdain his Latin America policies. But in terms of a head of state, he was kind of like an 80s sitcom dad. And that's fine by me, I mean, I think the mass culture that was produced under Reagan, Kanye's pretty good with his words, so that's something. Yeah, he's good with his words. And then he just seems like he's insane, but but that's what all creative people are like. Thinking about it, had Arnold been born in the U.S., yeah, I agree. If Arnold had been born in the U.S., he probably would have been president. And the funny thing was, when I was in undergrad and college, when we're taking a poli-sci class with this one professor, and he was saying how the Republicans were actually trying to get the rule that you had to be born in the U.S. changed. Which is insane because, when it was Obama, you had these, like, and Hillary Clinton was a part of this too. You had these, like, birther kooks that were like, oh, Obama can't be president. He wasn't born here, which he absolutely, I think, was born in the United States, but I don't know. People were all like, oh, you gotta be born here. You gotta be born here. It's like, yeah, but the Republicans didn't care about that when there was the prospect of Arnold Schwarzenegger potentially being president. So. But it just goes to show you how opportunistic politics is, and no matter who you like, just basically have an ethical foundation, you know, and hold your beliefs strong, but be respectful of others' opinions too, because not everyone's going to agree with you, nor should they. You know, people have different perspectives, and those perspectives are worth hearing. And if someone does have a bad perspective, you should still look for their value as a human being and their and elements of merit to their perspective that you can use to build common ground on. I know I said this, you know, when it was kind of screw up time, you know, like the stream wasn't working that well. But this game reminds me a lot of Blazing Star with the polygonal graphics and the pre-rendered graphics, and then the beautiful 16-bit artwork. But it's game over, so let me actually. Some people want to be the winner that takes all and all with the loser having nothing. Yeah. You know what Sammy Hagar said, the winner takes it all and the loser takes the fall. And we're going over the top. Here's the ending to this game. I beat it earlier today. So enjoy. I'm actually going to upload a review of this game on the channel tomorrow, probably. Santino's back in daycare part-time, so that does give me a little bit of time to, you know, upload some reviews. It's hard to upload reviews all the time with him, because he doesn't always want to do them, and, you know, sometimes he just, I don't know, when we're playing together or watching Peppa Pig or whatever, it just doesn't come to mind to do a review. Santino, yeah, he's the best, man. Just the best, most lovable buddy. God, the PCengine made such pretty games. Yeah. No, I'm glad you like the live streams. I don't want to neglect other content as well, you know? So I definitely want to do the live stream thing, but I also want to make sure that I keep up other types of videos on the channel as well. I mean, I'm not monetized or anything like that, and quite frankly, I don't even know if I want to be monetized, but you know, I mean, I just do this for the love of the game. I would like to get, you know, more exposure, but you know, I mean, I always say to myself, like, I would love to be a local celebrity, you know, like some guy in cable access TV, or, you know, one of those people who do cheesy commercials during daytime judge shows. And so I'm not, like, obsessed with having a giant audience. I just want to be able to get my stuff out there, you know, and I don't want to feel pigeonholed, you know. Man, I love this guitar solo here. Arrow is right. Flip-flop opinions. Yep. Absolutely, Nick. I agree. I mean, if you want to be serious about it, there's actually still a lot of strong continuity with the Democrats and the Republicans historically. You know, the Democrats, if we're talking about civil rights, are still very paternalistic toward African Americans, and that's actually very much what the racist Democrats of the past were. They were very paternalistic, like, we know what's best for you. The Republicans were always very idealistic and imperialistic, you know, but tended to, you know, be, you know, more on the side of these just social issues, you know. And so while they suck on global warming, someone could make the argument, like, I'm not trying to be controversial here, but, you know, someone could draw comparisons to abortion and abolition. And, you know, the Republicans were both, you know, more on the abolitionist side, and they're on the pro-life side. And they were all for westward expansion. I mean, the Republicans certainly have a bit of a reputation for, being hawkish but idealistic at the same time. And the Democrats are very paternalistic. So, and they try to rationalize their imperialism with niceties and things like that. So, I don't know. Continuity and change is what history is all about. So we dabbled in that game. This YouTube channel is probably the best possible equivalent to a local TV station. That is such a high compliment. That's what's great. You're about good content. Anything you do is interesting, and we like it. Well, thank you, guys. I'm glad that you appreciate the channel. All right, let's go to the main menu here, and why don't we? We'll start off. We'll do some Rondo of Blood from scratch here. Tony has gone on and on about Ease. Very, very cool game. Super Star Soldier. So this is Ghouls and Ghosts right here. This game is a bitch and a half. It's fun, but it's... Oh, you know what? Legend of Valkyrie. We gotta play that. So Nick, I saw you were doing some MCing at Bible Baptist, which is cool. At least that's what it looked like on Instagram. It looked like you were kind of working the soundboard. You know, getting some new wave to Pastor Miller. You're doing some sampling. All right. Let's do... Can we do a new game here? Yeah, we'll just do a new game. For the sake of the stream here. Wait, no, yeah, stop. Alright. Okay, here we go. Did you fix the issue as a PSP? It doesn't work. I actually can hook up a component cable. I actually have it in the living room right now because that TV does have component. I could bring up a little flat screen with a monitor with component video, which I might just do. I have a lot of monitors in this room. There's no such thing as too many gaming monitors. But that HDMI thing just sucks. It's, you know, it just doesn't work. I tested out I tested out the HDMI jacks and switched out the cords and trying to figure out if the new live stream features complicated with running 4 programs mixing computer all at once. Huh. Interesting. So you guys are still streaming your service even though now you're live, which is cool because St. Anthony's does not stream their masses that are like the official mass. We do like social distancing in church. But I think they actually do separate streams in the St. Mary's, the old St. Mary's convent. So I think it's appropriate we're talking about religion right here, because we're going to be chucking some crosses at vampires right here. Oh, wait. Forgot about it. He's going to... Freaking death. Come on, horsies. So I haven't played a ton of Symphony of the Night. But I do have Symphony of the Night thanks to, well, I have got it on a couple platforms. I got it on the Xbox. But I got the Japanese version thanks to our buddy Jim on the Mini. Streaming live for those at home. 44 people were there in person. Cool. That's about what St. Anthony's gets. We have everyone having to register. I still am definitely watching Pastor Miller every morning. Every Friday, at least. Gotta get my AM with PM fix. So, for those of you who don't know what Nick and I are talking about, my high school principal is a Okay, so let me put it this way. My high school is connected to a Baptist church. So, the auditorium at the high school doubles as an actual church. And so Nick is doing some of the tech for their streaming. And one of the pastors at Nick's church was actually the high school principal. And he does live streams every Friday on Facebook, just talking about, school stuff and letting me relive my high school days by pestering him with nonsense. See, Pastor Miller and I have like an Eric and Mr. Feeney relationship, for those of you who've watched Boy Meets World. Man, I just love the music in this game. If my channel is like a local TV station, we really do need to get some daytime judge shows on there. Like, seriously, Judge Noel. I mean, come on. And those all have actors anyway. So if I could just get some people to play the roles of plaintiff and defendant, and I can just be this like sassy, no-nonsense judge that just tells people off. You need to get a job. You need to get your act together. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. In fact, don't pee on my leg at all. That's actually grounds for a lawsuit in and of itself. He has like a crazy golem mech. Well, there I go. This guy's spitting fire. Actually, speaking of pro wrestling, which we were speaking of pro wrestling like 40 minutes ago, I was actually watching some shoot interviews with Bam Bam Bigelow. They're actually pretty good. These shoot interviews were around like 98, so WCW and ECW were still around. Usually when you listen to shoot interviews now, it's like people talking about the glory days of when you had these competing wrestling companies. I mean, AEW's really good, but they definitely have a niche audience. But just keep doing what you're doing. Because it's actually, enjoyable wrestling that's watchable. I know I said this when the stream was not functioning properly, but the hearts in Castlevania basically just give you more special moves with these weapons you pick up. They don't actually give you HP. Come on. This evil Barney over here is... Ah, man! When I graduate, we can do DOA too. Nice, yes. Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, that's commitment. Like, you've kept the dream alive. And you will be rewarded. So you can see I have a bitchin' game room. So is your girlfriend also going to be a senior? If quarantine is over, you and your girlfriend should go to St. Anthony's Festival, and then you can swing by here, because by the time the festival happens, you might have graduated already. Although, I don't know. It might be Regent's time. I mean, it won't. I mean, you'll be done, so it should be fine. All right, you got Barney that time. I have no idea what next year is going to look like. I mean, I'm just going with the flow. Oh, man, that music. It's so pretty. All right, we'll save this to slot 2. And we'll go to our main menu here. So that's a little sample of Rondo of Blood. I don't know what Choaniki is. That's got to be some kind of... It's a CD-ROM game, so it's almost certainly got some kind of cool anime opening. But I actually want to show you guys a little bit of Legend of Valkyrie. This is a nice game here. It's a shooter. It's a shmup, but it's done on foot. So it's actually kind of like Pocky and Rocky. My girlfriend's going to be a sophomore next year. Cool. Alright, let's start this game here. So this game kind of combines the look of The Legend of Zelda with the mechanics of a shmup. But instead of being Link, you're this like Valkyrie girl. Nice music. Definitely a fan of these graphics here. Look, we even got a little bit of Frogger. The mud does not hurt us, which is nice. These frogs aren't hurting us either, but we're turning them into coins, so... Don't fool yourself. If a frog had a chance, he'd kill you and everyone you care about. Yes, we will definitely work something out. This caveman is pummeling this poor little girl here. Alright, you got that out of the way. Can jump in this game, which is nice. So rescue this little buddy here. Now cross this bridge. Ooh, a hut. Ooh, and I get a sword. Actually, why don't we save here? Save. I just want to maintain access to these giant energy orbs I can chuck at bad guys here. So, yeah, keep a lookout for the channel. Hopefully I won't get a copyright strike. I am going to try to upload that bees video. And I will try to get my capture card going. Because, I do want some international channel action here. Okay, so I just bought something for $100 or whatever. This game is super fun. So not fun when I get mowed down by these boulders here and I don't know, goblins. Ooh, cool fire. Oh, shoot, that's a cliff? I thought that was grass. Dude, what is going on here? Oh, that hut just must be, like, down in the distance. Well, as fun as the gameplay on this is, the perspective is a little misleading here. He's got some Frogger mechanics right here. That... Man! Let's get some money for my troubles here. Ah, what? Alright. Oh, man. Is the game over? Yeah. Well, this game is fun. Legend of Valkyrie. Let's see what else we got. Mission code for Rage Crisis. Yeah. That sounds interesting. Girl on a motorcycle for the Super Hue card. Ooh, it's this year, too. 2020 Earth. Yeah, that seems about right. They I think, captured the mood. I mean, it's a mood that hysterical people on social media have set, but I think that's about right. Well, that doesn't look good. 1991. Let's get try. Alright, let's do this thing. It's gonna be shmup night right here. Wow, that wasn't good at all. I actually think I'm probably a little better at the vertical shooters, but who knows? It's all good in the hood. That's something I've said twice tonight. It's all good in the hood. Listening to a lot of angry rap music while I box. So, Jadakiss. Most underrated lyricist of... well, ever when it comes to rap music. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Biggie, Tupac, and Eminem. Jadakiss would smoke Eminem and... you know, I don't know what. Just... smoke him and then... baste him with some kind of a... I don't know. Some kind of a balsamic reduction or something. Ooh, we get continues. That's nice. This is like Defender, but, you know. Better looking, and I'm just as bad at it. You know? I love Defender, but I'm horrendous at it. It's actually got a great backstory. If you ever play the Sega Saturn, Williams Arcade's Greatest Hits, definitely check out the interviews with the creators. That's one of the best things about that disc. Just hearing the history of the games. And, you know, sadly, you know, where I went to school, SUNY Binghamton, it's like they didn't care about history if it wasn't about, like, people in the past that they agreed with using their will to affect change over time in a way that stuck it to white male capitalists. Patriarchs, you know. And if you didn't do that, it wasn't history. But I mean, for me, it's just like stuff that happened in the past that people are passionate about is like that's what history should be, you know? Not just about like how can I grind an axe. You know, like that doesn't make you special. You know, that makes you highly political and partial in your reasoning. But I say this because I'm doing very poorly at this game here. But we keep getting continues, so that's nice. I won't bore you with my terrible ability at this, though, but it is nice to be able to have a game that doesn't just game over you after 3 tries. I found a great store on Etsy. It's where I got the Star Ocean game, and they have a lot of great RPGs translated into English for the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom. So expect Tales of Phantasia to be on the channel within the next, I don't know, week or 2. And they actually have the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure RPG and the Tenchi Muyo Strategy RPG in English. I love role-playing games, but I just don't have the freaking time to play them. But I see these anime pictures and artwork and stuff, and I'm just like, oh man, this is a great story, I must play it. And then it's like, I just have a pile of RPGs that I never get to, and I just end up playing fighting games and shmups, because they're quick and easy and fun. Same with Sonic, you know, like I'll play Sonic games all night and day. Alright, so we're not doing well at this. Alright, this game has been very tolerant to me, but I'm going to actually go back to the main menu. This looks interesting. You guys are still there, right? I mean, I know you're there. I've seen 3. I'm just hoping the comments are still working, but you know, even if they're not, at least we've like had it on the. We've gotten to chat a bit, so. Let's check out this cool opening. There's like other minis that I was planning on playing tonight, but there's just such a rich selection. No, we're just watching. Cool, thank you. We'll check out some TurboGrafx stuff too. With a little bit of Genjin as well. Looks like Armored Trooper Votoms. Which that is worth checking out. Comments are good. Good. Good, good, good. Man, PCengine just flexing those anime cutscene muscles. They know what the people like. Alright, let's go to our options here. Since I'm not particular... Oh, we can do unbelievable. And, no, I don't want to do unbelievable. No. Normal, hard, super hard, unbelievable. So it looks like normal is as best as we're going to get here. So normal is easy, and then unbelievable is brutal. Good to know. Alright, new game. Alright, this already looks good. Damn, this is super fast. Right now it's slowing down. I do have a Pretty Sammy game that I actually got in the mail today from a guy named Vink, who actually is one of the broadcasters on a great YouTube channel called Famicom Dojo. He has a smaller YouTube channel that he live streams from every Saturday morning, and he kind of sells some of his stuff on the channel on the stream. and he, had a Pretty Sammy game for the Sega Saturn. If you don't know what Pretty Sammy is, it's Sasami from Tenchi Muyo, his Sailor Moon style character. So it's like a parody of Sailor Moon with Tenchi characters. And I basically got a Sega Saturn game of Pretty Sammy, which is, I believe, it's a text-based game in Japanese. So it's going to be hard to play, but it actually is a double disc that comes with a little mini CD. That's just got a couple, tracks from the anime. Oh, I don't know if it's from the anime or from the game. But either way, there's like some just decent, cute J-pop tracks. Like nothing super special, but yeah, it's cool. Really pretty game, and I love Tenchi Muyo stuff, because Tenchi Muyo is really the third anime that I really got into. It was like Dragon Ball Gundam Wing, Tenchi Muyo were like the big early three for me. And Bubblegum Crisis as well. Those are all just great, great stuff. So, orbs are your friends, bullets are your enemy. That's the moral of this game right here. It's like you can, last a while here without just losing immediately on this game. Super fun. So normal's not too bad. Alright, that's all kinds of explosions right here. Yeah, the shooter genre in the United States, like, it was a thing. It was just a lot more popular in Japan. The home of the Space Invaders. Nice sound effects here. Wing. Something you get out of Wayne's World. It looks like we have this like robot castle guy here. Just shoot a bomb off there. That's not good. A game I'd like to get is Truxton. Do unbelievable. I want to see that. Wait, what did you want to see? Oh shoot! I'm like looking at the stream and not paying attention to the game. Tell me what you wanted to see. I don't remember what I said that you said you wanted to see. I'm just scrolling around here. Being a robot. Oh, game over. That's no good. But that game was super fun. Alright. What should we play next? Let's, Newtopia. It looks like a cool game. This game also looks good. Super Momotaro Densetsu 2. Star Parodier. Spriggan Mark II. Got Shoiniki. Hey Noel, do you watch and know Akira Kurosawa movies? Yes, I do watch I have seen a couple Kurosawa movies. Did Kurosawa do Sugata Sanshiro? I know Kurosawa did The Seventh Samurai. But did he do the guy Sugata Sanshiro is based on? I think it's a Suguru Sanshiro or something like that. I saw that movie. It was really good, and I knew what I was watching too, because I had known that Sugata Sanshiro was based on that movie. It was good from what I saw. I didn't see the whole thing, because I had to, I think, go to class. Alright, this guy's being driven mad by these muscular Speedo men. I need... So looks like we have a Greco-Roman aesthetic here. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize we were playing here. Looks like I'm a Greek goddess just flying through the heavens here, shooting robots. Nice premise. And I've got operatic Japanese music in the background. I'll pause to check out the... We're good. It's like Heihachi Mishima there. Alright, we got this rusty alien robot brain here, shooting all kinds of energy orbs at me. Let's just get out of the way of those. That will be nice. Now we're going down. Giant weird faces. Really adding to the atmospheric effect here. It's got a very interesting vibe to it. It's very artistic. One thing about games from this time period, the people really tried to do some interesting stuff with them. Especially if they're Japanese games. And the games themselves are like works of art. Except for Hong Kong 97. That's a work of something right there. Art is not what it is. I mean, it's art in the sense that it's like crazy shock value. There's actually a good YouTube channel called the Ultra Healthy Gamer, I think is what it's called. And he's just this like guy who lives in Japan who's like looks like he's a vegetarian and kind of nerdy. And he's just like a connoisseur of these like weird, inappropriate Chinese games. Not even like sexually inappropriate, just like games about, like, I don't know, just blowing up China and 9/11. These like weird underground Chinese games. Anyway, he apparently interviewed, speaking of Kurosawa, Kurosawa, the guy who made this Hong Kong 97 game. And he said he's going to be uploading it pretty soon, so that should be fun to watch. I can't really tell if that's like a... I don't know if there's a power-up or an attack coming toward me. I'm assuming that I'm shooting at this properly here. Yeah, I gotta be, because that's making noise. Yes, Sanshiro Sugata, yes! Oh man. Sorry, this guy. So, looks like, what are we, like Apollo and Venus here? In anime form? So, yeah, no, it's a good game. Unbelievable difficulty. Oh, do unbelievable difficulty. That's what you're saying. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, we'll do on the unbelievable difficulty and you just get vaporized immediately. Alright, here, let's try this on, unbelievable. I highly recommend getting a PCengine Mini. Definitely worth the money. Its value alone is just very, Oh, this doesn't have the unbelievable difficulty. Alright. Let's play a different game. Sorry, Rogue Drums. I don't even remember what game had the unbelievable difficulty on it. But, we'll play it next time. Tokimeki Memorial. This is a dating game with anime, but it's in Japanese, so it'll be hard to play. So if we go here, we can actually turn this into a Turbo Graphics with, you know, uglier covers here, but it's all good enough. It's all good. Let's call myself again saying it's all good in the hood here. Some of these games are the same. Much uglier cover art, though. Yeah, that's stunning right there. Power Golf. I'm gonna play some JJ and Jeff. So this was called Kato and Ken in Japan, but they anglicized it. So, again, PCengine known for its big, vibrant sprites here, and this does not disappoint. It basically takes what Nintendo does and kind of makes it how it would look if it was drawn in a manga style. Did that poop hurt me? Darn it. Dogs and bird poop. You ever won any awards for your kick-ass drawings? I did have some of my artwork in the college student art show at Cortland State. So, off the top of my head, that. I'm entering a manga contest. I've never won any kind of comic book contest. You know, I don't know. So I would say that's probably about it. Off the top of my head, at least. Thank you for asking. I, did a really crazy... That's not good. I did like this really crazy installation one year. I'll make some coffee. Well, this has been... So Turbo Graphics has been fun. PCengine Mini's been fun. We'll try something else here. We're going to grab a little coffee here. I did this one crazy thing where I just, like, I drew, like, kind of like a flip book. And it was this, like, really weird... kind of crazy, violent kung fu movie style story about this like cheerleader girl getting like kidnapped and this evil high school. It was like kind of like a rival schools type thing I was going for. It wasn't very good, but I spent a lot of time on it, and that did not get into the art show because I think they thought it was too like kind of grindhousey, I guess, is probably the term I would look for. I had just seen Grindhouse at the time, so it was like very much into like the kind of like the sexy girl kung fu violence style. didn't go over too well. I mean, that didn't even like make it to the art show, but I had like other stuff that made the art show at Cortland State. So I was in that quite a few times, and it was nice. It was cool. So I did some pastel drawings. I did some just different stuff. I did some political cartoons that got in there. I'll show you guys a little bit of the manga I'm drawing. We know you'll win one day. Well, I'll show you. I mean, I don't know if I'll win one day, but I'll show you some of the stuff I'm working on right now. You might appreciate it, might not. I don't know. So, I'm doing a manga about a guardian, an angel and a cop who are after a fallen angel mafia boss. They team up. It takes place at Binghamton University. The fallen angel gets he turns bad from observing too many college lectures, basically. So I'll show you what I got. See if it's anything that interests you guys. So I've got 4 pages done thus far, and doing it on this nice big paper, and it's actually cool. I haven't ever really drawn manga on paper this size before, and it's really nice. So my deadline is the end of August. So I figure if I just keep doing a page or 2 a day, we'll be okay. And so here's the first page. The characters are based, the 3 main characters are based on Machan from Hey 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 Music Champ, Tamori, and Hamada from Hey 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 Music Champ. So here's our first page right here. This, hang on a second, how do I do this here? So this takes place in heaven. Still running primarily on traditional art. Manga is often done digitally. Nah, yeah, I like doing it by hand. So, ooh. Boxing, and then let's having some flashbacks here. Try to let's see how I can angle this right. So he's training, the opening scene, and then he's like kind of flashing back. It's the scene in college where his comrade turns on him, and it's done in kind of a comedic way. There's basically this professor here, and he hang on. So I can read you what I have so far if you guys are interested. So it starts off, yeah, I end up kind of accidentally drawing myself in the drawings, so yeah. So it reads in right to left manga style, Heaven Gym, boxer angel here. This guy's name is Hito. And he's like, brother, you made a terrible choice. You turned on those who cared for you. And then it shows Binghamton University in 1997, the home of Paul Reiser. And then we've got, remember our job as guardian angels is to protect and observe. And then we have our next page here. And you have this professor here who's based on Rick Roderick, this philosophy professor on YouTube, who's actually really smart, but also kind of crazy. He's like, oh, the sniveling banality. And it's like, Hito and Lens are 2 guardian angels. They protect, observe college campuses. However, Lens became enamored with the teachings of a philosophy professor. And the professor here is like, those one-dimensional peons will never understand my glory with their sitcoms and Christianity. If I were in charge, Laverne and Shirley would be a socialist drama. Swoon before my mighty will. A historical period where I don't get my way is truly a dark time. And then, we have our angels here. This man has the intellect of a spoiled 5-year-old. And then Lens is like, glorious. So, then, it's like, what? You can't be serious. It's like, for years I always felt lesser than others. With these ideas, I can become a Superman. And it's like, we're angels. We are the embodiment of holy concepts. I'm perspective, your happiness. And Lens here is like, happiness is boring, endless dissatisfaction. That's where the real happiness is. And right now I'm working on the next page. So this is what I've got so far of the next page here. And that's what we got thus far of my manga contest entry. So it's still a work in progress, but Akira Toriyama, my all-time favorite mangaka, is a judge. So it's just an honor to have him look at my work. The mangaka that did Slam Dunk, I'm also a huge fan of. He's a judge. So it's got some really cool Shonen Jump judges. So we'll see how it goes. And, just it's something you never give up on. Never give up on your dreams. So, all right, let's, on that note, thanks for sharing. Well, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. What should we play next? Could pop in Pretty Sammy right here for the Sega Saturn. We can also do a round of something on the little PlayStation. And I do want to show you guys a little Star Ocean too, because that's a great game. So let's play a little PlayStation Mini. See what we got on there. Play some cool fighters. So we'll swap out our cord here. Yeah, my wife actually got me some markers for Father's Day, and they're very nice. They're like more affordable Prisma markers. They're quite good. Alright, here's our favorite game. Rock, scissors, paper right here. So, yeah, I'm getting a new version with some custom music, and the games that don't work are going to be either fixed or replaced. Sadly, In Your House, this doesn't work on this, but I think pretty much everything else is repaired. We'll do some Brave or Grave action right here. Street Fighter 03. I am going to grab my coffee and I will be right back. Now, I know we've definitely played Alpha 3 on the stream, but I don't know if we've ever played 03.
Street Fighter 03.
Which is just Alpha 3 in Japanese. There's a couple different name changes.
03.
It says 03 instead of Alpha 3. Ooh, Pocket Station. We'll speed things. I'll put it one round. Definitely get a very badass Japanese mecha shooting game. Goomen Wars by Namco. Cool. Look at Ken. Ken is going to try to find the answer that is beyond his fist by fighting Birdie, who looked like a white British guy in the first Street Fighter, and now he looks like a big black dude. But the story behind that is that he was actually sick in the first Street Fighter, and therefore looked pale. Actually, I think this is like kind of a semi-dig at SNK, because Mickey in the first Art of Fighting, his portrait looked like a white guy, and then in the second Art of Fighting, he very much looked like a black guy. So, I don't know. Yatase! Nice loading screen as per usual. Nice thing about the PlayStation version of Street Fighter 03 is you can just sit there and leave that victory music on a loop forever, and it's really, really good. Here comes Dalsum. Alpha 3 or 03. This is, for my money, the greatest Street Fighter game. I was actually playing some Marvel superheroes on the arcade cabinet yesterday. That might be worth visiting as well. What console is Gunman Wars? Gunman Wars. I'm misreading this thing. Gooman Wars. No, Gunman Wars. What's it on, Diego? What's Gunman Wars on? I can punch my way to glory, and I'm going to start off by punching Blanca right here. I actually really like Jimmy, or as he's known in Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, Carlos Blanca. There is no Charlie Nash. There's only Carlos Blanca. Man, this little PlayStation is just a gift that keeps on giving. It's insane, like, how good it is when people mess with it, and how bad it is out of the box. Here comes Goki! You know him as Akuma. I have Vampire Hunter coming in the mail. That should be here on Friday. For those of you who don't know, Vampire Hunter is the second Darkstalkers game. And that's going to actually come on the Sega Saturn. So far, so good. I mean, the difficulty is pumped way down, so... I don't know about you, but that was the best fight I ever saw. Karen. Yeah, Street Fighter Alpha 3, I mean, it's a really powerful argument to say this is the best 2D fighting game ever. it combines the best of all the Street Fighter stuff and then really incorporates a lot of the storytelling that was in games like Art of Fighting and King of Fighters with Capcom's really unique artwork and incredibly responsive, tight gameplay. There goes Karen. Take that, Karen. You Karen. One of my favorite memes is there's this big sign in a living room that says gather. And then everyone's like, take it down, Karen, it's illegal. As Dan, also known as Robert. In King of Fighters 2000. Another Robert. That was actually a very clever thing that they did. They could essentially put Dan into their game because Capcom decided to parody SNK. So like, okay, fine, we'll just put our character in the game and make him look like your guy. And make fun of him too. I know that as soon as I start popping in Star Ocean, I'm going to start getting drowsy, though. Because reading always makes me sleepy. Well, reading at night, at least. Ready? Yeah, Relento's definitely a, gotta get out of the way of that. Nice addition here. E-Honda, alright. This is a game I can just come back to over and over and over again. I mean, this right here is what replay value really is, when a game is just fun and you enjoy playing it. Not because you have to unlock a lot of stuff. It's just fun to play, and you want to keep playing it. I almost had him. It's for the Namco System Super 23 hardware. Cool. Was it ever released on any consoles? Here comes Sakura. Yeah, no problem, man. Take your time. A fighting game that I really want to play that was never released on console. It's a fighting game. It's called like Kaiser Knuckle. And the boss is like this knockoff M. Bison that's supposedly unbeatable. I'd love to play that. Trying to work my super move on her. There we go. She blocked it. Man, Sakura here. Not good. I'm gonna lose my darn it. Well, I almost got through the game without losing. I love the dynamic poses in this game. I know I always say that, but this game really has got some crazy poses. Sakura is such a charming character. Or she's not going to win this time, though. She's going to lose via super combo finish. You go, girl. Unbeatable. Vega-sama. I really do like M. Bison better being called Vega, but it's all good. Alright, hang back. Oh, good, I survived it. So basically, hang back when he's got a charged meter. He's still super annoying. This is actually, I think, my favorite final boss. Because he's hard, but he's not... He doesn't feel like he's so cheap that you can't play properly. Man. Only for the PC. Beautiful looking game. It is. Yeah, Nick, if you have... well, you got a PlayStation 4, so... Get the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. And it will have Street Fighter Alpha 3 on it. So I think it's the 30th Anniversary Collection. And you really pretty much get every arcade release of every 2D Street Fighter game. Starting from Street Fighter 1 up through 3 Third Strike. And they're very pretty games. Now, the only downside is that the console versions of some of these games were actually better than the arcade versions. So for a game like Alpha 3, its console version was actually better than its arcade version. It had more characters. But still, it's still excellent. And one of the reasons why it looks so good is because it's, you know, based right off of the animated movie. They basically do the animated movie and have it take place a little bit before Street Fighter 2. Got him! A+. You got that right, man. I love this game. This is my favorite Street Fighter game and arguably my favorite fighting game of all time. I mean, and I would even argue that this game would look even better if it were going on to a CRT, but I still think it looks amazing. Well, there goes Vega. Yeah. Ryu's Dragon Punch didn't make you feel like dying, did it? Good old Charlie. Wait for me, Ryu. Well, there we have some Street Fighter 03. You want to see another pretty game, and I don't know if we've actually played this or not. But we've definitely played a lot of other Darkstalker games. I don't know if we've actually played Vampire Savior EX on stream. So this is Darkstalkers 3 in the US. Very similar in terms of its insanely pretty art style and cool 2D sprite-based, smooth, tight gameplay to Alpha 3. I know we played Darkstalkers, the Night Warriors. And I know we also played Darkstalkers on the Xbox 360. Boom, boom, boom. The EX edition. I don't actually know what that particularly pertains to. It's this collection. Oh, automatically you've got all the character... No, you don't. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what the Baby Bonnie Hood, or Buletta, as she's known in this version. Love the character select music on this game as well. Yeah, this artwork here is nuts. Pyron is one of my son's favorite characters. He calls himself Pyron sometimes. Lilith. Be Dimitri. I'm curious to see what Dimitri's ending is like. I don't remember. I don't know if we're actually going to beat this whole game here, but we'll at least get a taste of it here. Saying Dimitri, I don't normally play as him. But we got a pretty Ryu-based style here. With his hurricane kick teleport, one hand you can cover ground, on the other hand you're kind of wide open there. All right, there goes him. Crazy pretty artwork. Forever Torment, also known as Twitter. Victor's a cool character. My son calls me Victor. He's Pyron, and his mom is Morgan. See, I should have chose Victor. If you look at the character designs for this game, they really took a different direction with the art style than what they had originally planned. What they originally planned was to have the characters look more like the 1930s monsters from the monster movies. But instead they opted for this style here, and I think it actually works incredibly well. Yeah, Sasquatch is a super cool buddy. He's a cute, doggy-looking Sasquatch. Man. I want to hear that Tom and Jerry was watched in preparation for this game in terms of animation technique. Heard that on, can't remember the channel's name, but it's really good for Darkstalkers lore. Lots of great retrospectives on different Darkstalkers characters in games, and just good stuff. Almost had him. Man. The thing about this game that's a little weird is the life bar that doesn't refill for the winner. I mean, it does make sense in its own way. Got him. Ooh, the concrete cave with a gallon. Known in America as John Talbot. I'm thinking after Gallon, I'm gonna put Star Ocean on, play a little Star Ocean, and then we'll wrap things up. I'm actually trying to go to bed a bit earlier because my current trend had been like going to bed at like 2. And when you got a 3-year-old who gets you up at, at least 7 every morning, getting 5 hours of sleep every night gets old in a hurry, so. In fact, I can already start to feel myself getting more tired. Playing Darkstalkers. Alright. Well, this has been fun here, but we'll I want to show you guys some Star Ocean. Hopefully you're all able to comment. Who knows, but Thus far, a good time has been had by all. We'll shut this TV, and we'll position ourselves for the monitor here. And I'm going to grab the Neo Geo box because our bench is a bit too high for that monitor. What are we doing on time? 12:47, so it's approaching 1. So we won't play a ton of this game. I'm sure you all have lives, but we'll play some other fun stuff on the next stream. Games like this. Yeah, and also games like this, because, you know, it ain't easy being cheesy. So, all right. Well, let us get things rearing to go here. All right. Neo Geo box there. Stand here. His name is Star Platinum of the World. And I said that little remote that we use. All right. Come on. Gotcha. There we go. All right. I will hit the lights. Okay. So this game is ridiculous. I beat this game back in probably about like 2004? 2004 probably. And it's very, very good. Alright. Well, start a new game here. So the cool thing about this game is it pretty much like starts off with like a 16-bit version of a Star Trek movie here. Captain's log, stardate 4234444. I was hurt in the car, so I called William Matar. And these soothing tunes are already putting me to sleep.
Our ship has completed its mission of deep space investigation right on schedule. Now we're heading home.
Would you like some coffee, Captain?
Yes, I'd like it. Thank you.
Alright, would you like some coffee, Captain?
Captain, we just picked up a huge amount of unidentified energy.
Where?
Mark 301.209 in Sector Gamma.
Resident sector? Hit it on the screen.
An enormous shockwave is approaching.
Feel the ship.
It is super impressive that this is all happening on a Super Nintendo.
Stardate 1046. Now, through an unknown force, a totally new age is about to begin. Is it God's will or the irony of fate? And still, mankind makes its way where no one has gone before. People say the universe is a star ocean.
I don't know who says that, but take your word for it. People say the universe is like a star ocean, but I think they're just being silly. I'm just saying that to be funny. I actually love this game. I love that opening, too. I mean, this game is so good. I feel like I could just sit down and beat it and not really get disengaged at any point. Quiet means peaceful. I agree with that. What do you think about Millie? What do you mean? This is just between you and me, but she's so full of herself and a tomboy. On top of that, she's kind of a dumb loudmouth, too. You should be doing your job, not sitting around. Very cute game. Though I can see that contrast in the TV is not being super nice to the phone here. Try to zoom in a bit. This looks not only just good on the Super Nintendo, it just looks incredibly good on the monitor here. Well, no treasure in anything here. All of these cool 90s RPGs always start with this very like idyllic town that then gets caught and massacred. Easy. I say that I get judged for this. I love RPGs, but I never said I was particularly stellar at them. Alright, let's go find those thieves here. So basically you fight turn-based and run around. Alright, here we go. Alright, got the death blow in. So let's just play a little more and then we'll wrap up this review. We've approached the 2-hour mark. Yeah, there you go. Let's get him, boss. Hang on, Diego. Let me see what you're saying in just a second here. This is basically like running based, turn based here. Very cool looking though. Fun to play. Fun is all everything to play. Alright, level up. Alright. So it looks like we've cleared out all the thieves from our town here. I'm gonna see what Diego's saying here. Alright, can't find Gunman Wars. Keeps saying you need a Namco Super Systems 23 hardware in order to play it. I bet you can find that on MAME. So, yeah, look on MAME and see if you can find it. Well, gang, it is just about 1 o'clock. We've been streaming for 2 hours. So I definitely appreciate you stopping by the stream and definitely appreciate you guys sticking with me through all the nonsense of, having to start and stop and, trying to get everyone so I could see their comments here. Hopefully it's just a phone glitch and not a normal thing. But all's well that ends well. We got to do a nice stream like I was hoping we would be able to. So I am going to start winding down, get some rest, work on my manga some more tomorrow. Be on the lookout for another YouTube video tomorrow. I don't know about maybe, I don't know. Because I don't like to stream on Wednesday nights because of AEW. So the next stream will either be on a Tuesday or a Thursday. There might also be something on Friday. I'm not quite sure. Just keep a lookout for other YouTube videos. Thank you, Arrow, for stopping by as always. Thank you, Wolfpack, for life. And yeah, so I'm gonna probably make some night tea and hit the hay. So cool. I will see you guys soon, both live and in a recorded form. And yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed just doing some PCengine TurboGrafx gaming, doing an Alpha 3 run, and checking out Star Ocean. Some people say that we live in a Star Ocean. Those people are just being silly. No, they're not. They're being accurate. So am I being accurate when I'm telling you good night. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the very near future. Bye-bye. For now, I'll see you soon.